Myths that hint at time travel. Throughout ancient history, mythologies from nearly every civilization speak of journeys through time, whether deliberately undertaken or experienced by accident. These myths, often dismissed as allegorical, share uncanny similarities that suggest humanity has long grappled with the idea of moving beyond the linear flow of time. One of the most striking examples comes from ancient India in the epic Mahabharata, where King Kakudmi and his daughter Revati traveled to the heavenly abode of Brahma to seek counsel. They believe their visit lasts only a short while, but upon returning to Earth they discover that thousands of years have passed and their civilization is long gone. This concept parallels Einstein's theory of time dilation, which posits that time can move differently depending on speed or gravity, an idea unknown to ancient cultures unless observed or experienced firsthand. Similarly, the Japanese legend of Urashima Taro tells of a fisherman who saves a turtle and is taken to an undersea palace, only to return centuries later to a world that no longer remembers him. In the Book of Enoch, we read of a man taken into the heavens where he receives divine secrets and returns changed, echoing modern accounts of time loss and advanced knowledge imparted by non-human intelligences. These myths are not isolated. From the Norse gods bending time during Ragnarok to the Islamic and Christian story of the seven sleepers of Ephesus, who awoke centuries after hiding in a cave, global legends echo with references to disrupted Helheim. Could these accounts be symbolic retellings of real encounters with advanced beings or natural phenomena that allowed access to other timelines? The consistency across cultures suggests that ancient people may have witnessed something extraordinary, events that left them grasping for words, interpreting these experiences through the divine or the supernatural lens of their time. Ancient structures as portals all across the earth. Ancient structures stand as testaments to human ingenuity, but perhaps also to forgotten knowledge of time and space. Many megalithic sites exhibit not only extraordinary architectural precision, but also astronomical alignments and unexplained energetic properties that continue to baffle modern science. One of the most iconic of these is Stonehenge in England, erected thousands of years ago using massive stones transported from hundreds of miles away. Its circular design and alignment with the solstices suggest a deep understanding of celestial cycles, possibly used for more than just agricultural purposes. Some researchers propose it may have functioned as an energy portal or even a temporal device, channeling Earth's natural electromagnetic fields to access altered states of reality. Similarly, the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt is a marvel of mathematical precision, incorporating ratios like pi and the golden mean, and aligned with celestial bodies such as Orion's belt. The internal structure, particularly the king's chamber, and air shafts, appear less like tomb architecture and more like resonance chambers, possibly designed to interact with specific frequencies. The idea that pyramids could be machines designed to generate energy or open dimensional gateways is bolstered by the strange lack of soot inside, despite supposed use of torches, and by magnetic anomalies in the surrounding bedrock. Further west, in the high Andes of Bolivia, lie the mysterious ruins of Puma Punku, part of the Tiwanaku complex. The stone blocks here, some weighing over 100 tons, are cut with a precision akin to laser or mechanical tools and fit together, like a modern jigsaw. Local legends speak of gods descending from the sky, and the presence of magnetic fields and strange acoustic effects suggests these may have been more than mere temples. The now buried site of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, dating back to 9600 BCE, predates written language and agriculture, yet shows advanced construction, celestial symbolism, and perhaps ritual use involving sound or altered states, again, hinting at lost knowledge about manipulating reality. These structures, when viewed not just as relics but as devices, open a tantalizing possibility that ancient civilizations may have understood how to tap into the Earth's natural energies, not only for spiritual insight, but to pierce the veil of time itself. Ancient texts that describe time travel devices beyond myth and monument. Ancient texts from around the world contain enigmatic references to what could be described as mechanical or technological devices capable of altering time. These writings, often cloaked in spiritual language, hint at objects and machines with powers far beyond our understanding, tools wielded by gods, sages, or visitors from the stars. One of the most compelling examples comes from the ancient Indian texts known as the Vedas and the Puranas, where flying chariots called vimanas are described in startling mechanical detail. These vehicles were said to be capable of traversing great distances in moments, rising vertically, and even traveling to other dimensions or lokas, spiritual realms that may well represent parallel timelines. Some Sanskrit descriptions include references to Mercury engines and propulsion systems eerily reminiscent of modern aerospace engineering. The Samarangana Sutradhara, an ancient treatise attributed to King Bhoja, outlines technologies such as machines that can fly and navigate without human intervention, suggesting a mechanical sophistication lost to time. Even more provocative is the Zohar, a foundational text of Jewish mysticism, which speaks of divine chariots and celestial wheels rotating within wheels, imagery later echoed in the book of Ezekiel. Could these chariots of fire have been misunderstood vehicles operated by higher intelligences with mastery over time and space? Further west, the Greek myth of Kronos and his association with the manipulation of time forms a symbolic bridge between the mystical and the mechanical. In Platonic and Hermetic texts, time is often described as a stream that can be navigated or transcended through specific rituals, geometry, or even sacred architecture. The Emerald Tablet of Thoth, attributed to an Atlantean priest-king, contains cryptic instructions such as ascend from the body to the light and travel backward through time using resonance, light, and sound. A poetic description, perhaps, but one that echoes modern ideas of frequency-based travel. In Mesoamerican codices, gods like Quetzalcoatl are depicted as arriving and departing in serpent ships and are linked to calendar cycles and celestial events, again intertwining divine movement with temporal manipulation. These texts may not just be allegories or spiritual parables, but fragmented memories of real technologies, perhaps left behind by advanced beings or ancient civilizations whose knowledge was far beyond their era. When viewed through this lens, these ancient documents may hold the key not only to understanding time travel, but to rediscovering a science so advanced that it appeared magical to early humanity. The role of aliens in humanity's understanding of time. If ancient myths, structures, and texts all point toward a recurring theme of time manipulation, one might ask, where did this knowledge originate? A growing body of alternative historians and theorists argue that these insights may not have emerged solely from human innovation, but from contact with extraterrestrial intelligences, who not only visited Earth, but actively guided our species through pivotal stages of development. These beings, referred to in different cultures as gods, angels, star people, or sky beings, often arrived in glowing ships, descended from the heavens, and imparted wisdom about the stars, agriculture, mathematics, and even the nature of time itself. The ancient Sumerians, for instance, credited their profound astronomical knowledge to the Anunnaki, deities said to have come from the stars. Their understanding of planetary cycles and precession remains astonishing even today. In Egypt, the god Thoth was said to have brought not only writing and science, but also knowledge of cosmic time and the cycles of eternity. Thoth's Atlantean counterpart, Hermes Trismegistus, taught that time was not linear but spiral, an insight now entertained in modern theoretical physics. In Native American and Aboriginal traditions, star ancestors are described as traveling across vast cosmic distances, often through dreamtime portals, and guiding humanity through visions and technological gifts. If these beings could traverse space, is it unreasonable to think they could also navigate time? The recurring theme in many contact narratives, both ancient and modern, is that of nonlinear time perception. People abducted or contacted by supposed extraterrestrials frequently report missing time, disorientation, and altered states of consciousness, suggesting these beings may experience or manipulate time in ways we do not yet understand. Some theorists suggest that these visitors operate from higher dimensions where time behaves differently, allowing them to move through epochs as easily as we walk through rooms. Their appearance at key moments in human history, during periods of rapid cultural advancement or after cataclysmic events, hints at deliberate intervention. Were these beings shaping history? Were they planting the seeds of time awareness in our collective psyche? If so, the knowledge passed through their interactions may lie dormant in our ancient scriptures and legends, waiting to be decoded. The possibility that aliens played a central role in humanity's early comprehension of time redefines not only our past, but also our potential future, suggesting we are not just students of time, but perhaps inheritors of a cosmic legacy of time. Travelers. Time travelers in ancient art. Throughout the ancient world, artistic expressions preserved in stone, paint, and metal often transcend time, capturing moments, symbols, and beings that mystify modern historians and archaeologists. Among these, artifacts are depictions that some believe may represent time travelers or advanced beings with knowledge of time manipulation. From Egyptian hieroglyphs to medieval frescoes, there are recurring figures adorned with unusual attire, holding devices that appear out of place, almost modern. One of the most famous examples is a panel from the Temple of Seti Thrun at Abydos, Egypt, which shows carvings resembling a helicopter, a submarine, and other futuristic vehicles. While mainstream scholars attribute these to palimpsests or overlapping hieroglyphs, others argue the precision and form suggest something far more intentional, perhaps even a record of aerial or time-traveling visitors. In the Dendera temple complex, also in Egypt, we find the Dendera light, a series of stone reliefs depicting what looks remarkably like a modern light bulb connected by wire-like tendrils to a box. Inside the bulb-like object is a snake, a common symbol of energy or cosmic force. While traditional interpretations see this as a lotus or mythological motif, alternative researchers see it as evidence of lost or gifted technology, possibly introduced by beings from another time. Similarly, pre-Columbian golden artifacts discovered in Colombia resemble modern jet planes, complete with wings, tail stabilizers, and landing gear, far beyond what the Tolima people should have known or imagined. Another striking example comes from the fresco The Crucifixion 1350 in the Visoki Dekani Monastery in Kosovo. In the background, two flying objects with what appear to be human pilots can be seen hovering in the sky. These strange aerial craft, painted centuries before aviation was conceived, fuel speculation that either their creators witnessed such technology or had ancient knowledge passed down by beings from another time. Cave paintings in Australia's Kimberley region, known as the Wandjina figures, depict white, large-headed beings with no mouths and large dark eyes, eerily reminiscent of modern alien descriptions. Could these figures represent entities who not only came from the stars but also manipulated time to reach our ancestors? Art, often considered an emotional and spiritual expression, may have preserved visual memories of encounters that ancient people could not fully explain in words. Rather than mythology alone, these artistic anomalies may serve as hidden records of humanity's contact with time-traveling intelligences, recorded not in books, but in stone and pigment, awaiting reinterpretation in the light of modern discovery. Lost civilizations and time gateways. The world's oldest legends speak not just of individual heroes or gods, but of entire civilizations that rose to unimaginable heights before mysteriously vanishing. From Atlantis and Lemuria to Shambhala and Rama, these cultures are often described as possessing profound knowledge of energy, the cosmos, and even the ability to transcend time itself. These were not just societies of warriors or farmers. They were said to be deeply connected to the fabric of the universe, living in harmony with forces we are only now beginning to understand. Could these legendary civilizations have accessed natural time gateways, portals that connected them to the past and future, or even to parallel realities? Plato's account of Atlantis, for example, describes an advanced maritime empire that possessed incredible engineering and spiritual knowledge before being swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. While many interpret this as myth, satellite imaging of submerged structures off the coasts of Cuba, Japan, and India have reignited interest in the idea that such civilizations once existed. According to some esoteric traditions, the Atlanteans had access to crystalline energy sources and could manipulate space-time through giant temples or machines, possibly using pyramidal structures or natural vortices in the Earth's magnetic field as conduits. In the Indian epics, particularly the Ramayana and Mahabharata, references to flying machines, vimanas, time dilation, and cosmic wars suggest that the ancient kingdom of Rama was far more advanced than commonly believed. If these epics are even partially based on real events, then the implication is that such civilizations may have accessed time travel through technology, ritual, or alignment with natural cosmic forces. Similarly, the Buddhist concept of Shambhala, a hidden kingdom in the Himalayas, describes a utopian society untouched by time, where higher beings guard secret knowledge, waiting to share it with humanity when it is ready. Many spiritual seekers and even Soviet expeditions have searched for this mythical place, believing it may lie in another dimension, accessed through sacred pathways or time gates in the Earth's magnetic lattice. Across the globe, sites such as Machu Picchu, Teotihuacan, Easter Island, and Baalbek are often located on intersecting ley lines, paths of geomagnetic energy that some believe could open portals under specific cosmic alignments. The advanced construction and sudden disappearance of the cultures that built these sites suggest either a rapid decline or perhaps a deliberate withdrawal through means we no longer understand. Could these civilizations have possessed the ability to phase out of our timeline, to escape catastrophe or ascend to a higher state of being? The idea of lost civilizations using time gateways reframes them not as victims of disaster, but as pioneers of a cosmic journey. Beings who may have found a way to transcend linear existence. Their ruins, myths, and alignments remain behind like silent breadcrumbs, challenging us to rediscover a technology and wisdom that once connected humanity with the stars and with time itself. The scientific search for time travel. As we look to the future, the exploration of time travel has shifted from the realm of mythology and legend to the domain of science and technology. In the 20th century, theoretical physicists like Albert Einstein and Niels Bohr revolutionized our understanding of time, space, and the very fabric of the universe. Einstein's theory of relativity suggested that time was not a constant, but rather something that could bend and warp under the influence of gravity and speed. This idea, though abstract at the time, laid the foundation for the scientific pursuit of time travel. According to relativity, time slows down the closer an object gets to the speed of light, a phenomenon known as time dilation. This theory was later experimentally validated by sending atomic clocks on airplanes and observing that they lagged behind their counterparts on the ground, proving that time was indeed malleable. The next leap in the scientific exploration of time travel came from the study of wormholes, theoretical tunnels that could connect distant points in space-time. If these wormholes could be stabilized, they might act as shortcuts, allowing for instantaneous travel across time and space. Some scientists like Kip Thorne and Mikhail Simakov have explored the idea of closed time-like curves, CTCs, which theoretically allow time loops to exist, potentially enabling travel to the past or future. However, the energy required to create or stabilize a wormhole, as well as the paradoxes it presents, makes the practical realization of time travel incredibly challenging. Despite the theoretical work, there are still many unanswered questions. Could we one day harness the energy of black holes or other cosmic phenomena to open a portal to different points in time? While modern physics has not yet provided a concrete pathway for time travel, ongoing research into quantum mechanics, dark matter, and string theory suggests that the very nature of time might be far more complex and far more bendable than we ever realized. Yet, time travel remains a fascinating concept, not only for physicists, but for engineers and futurists who dream of traveling between epochs. If we can somehow manipulate space-time or discover hidden pathways through the fabric of reality, the implications for humanity are vast. Could we revisit lost moments in history, save extinct species, or glimpse into the future? Or would we risk disrupting the very timelines we hope to explore, triggering a cascade of unintended consequences? The scientific pursuit of time travel, while still speculative, serves as a reflection of our innate desire to transcend the boundaries of our existence and unlock the secrets of the universe. Time travel and the future of human evolution, the most profound question raised by time travel is not merely the ability to visit different points in history, but how it could shape our future. If time travel were possible, could humanity evolve in entirely new directions, both scientifically and socially? The concept of future human evolution is already being debated by biologists, technologists, and futurists. Some speculate that advancements in genetics, cybernetics, and artificial intelligence will lead to a future where humans transcend their biological limitations, becoming something far more sophisticated. Time travel, in this sense, could become a tool not just for exploration, but for human enhancement. In the distant future, could humans travel back to their past selves, imparting knowledge or technology that would allow them to skip several evolutionary stages? Would humanity continue on its path of natural biological development? Or would we choose to embrace a more technological evolution, where human consciousness is merged with artificial intelligence, allowing for immortality and the manipulation of time? Such questions lead to the philosophical debate about the essence of human identity. What makes us human, and what could we become if time travel were available? The potential for humanity's evolutionary leap through time may also raise ethical concerns. If we had the ability to alter historical events, would we do so? Would we attempt to fix past mistakes or manipulate the future for our own benefit? Time travel could offer opportunities to create utopian societies or avoid apocalyptic scenarios, but it also brings with it the risk of catastrophic alterations to the timeline. As we move forward in our understanding of quantum physics and time dilation, the boundaries of what is possible and what is responsible will continue to be tested. The future of human evolution could be shaped by our ability to manipulate time itself, potentially opening up a new chapter in our story as a species. Yet, if we could time travel, might we one day encounter other civilizations from the future, human or alien, who have already mastered the art of time manipulation? This raises the possibility of contact with more evolved forms of intelligence, whose own journey through time has taken them far beyond our current understanding. Whether these future beings are benign, curious, or perhaps seeking to guide humanity's path is unknown. But the idea that time travel could unlock the next phase of human evolution presents an exciting, albeit uncertain, horizon. As we stand at the edge of this new era in scientific discovery, we must consider the profound responsibility that comes with tampering with the fabric of time and shaping the destiny of not just our species, but potentially all life in the universe.